Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to talk about au pair contract. What is an au pair contract? What does this contract consist of? Remember, in my previous videos I talked about the process if you want to become an au pair, and I also talked about the requirements when you want to become an au pair. So if you've not watched my previous video, please do so that we can move together. And if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so also, so that you can watch more of my videos. Probably they are going to help you. So let's start. What is an au pair contract? This is just a written legal document between a au pair and the host family. Remember, I said if a host family consists of a man and a wife, when you are drafting this agreement, two of them are supposed to be present. Don't accept to draft the contract with one parent. Both of them are supposed to be there because they need to agree on the points you are going to talk about. So, what are the things which consist of this important document when you want to become an au pair? Remember, once you identify an host family and you do the interviews and you come to an agreement of drafting an au pair contract, this is what you are supposed to bear in mind. 1. It consists of the length of time. This contract is supposed to take how long? And as I said, all my information, I base it on my experience, and because I helped one of the girls to come to the Netherlands, that's why I want to base my information in Netherlands au pair contract. The length of time is supposed to be 1 good year. You cannot extend the au pair contract with the same family. You can only get a replacement once your contract with the host family is finished. It's supposed to be 1 good year. Another thing which consists in this contract is the duties. What are your duties as an au pair? You are supposed to take care of the children or child. And taking care of the children is maybe playing with them, feeding them, dressing them. And again, you are supposed to do some light duties in the home, but it's not heavy duties. Light duties are like you can go to the kitchen, you can clean the utensils, you can do the washing machine on, you can put the dirty clothes, you can hang them when they are cleaned, you can iron, but you are not supposed to iron things like shirts for the man. You know, you are supposed to iron light clothes like for the children. You as an au pair, you are not supposed to do heavy duties like washing the car. You are not supposed to go and do the garden. You are not supposed to take dogs outside. You are not supposed to clean the pets. That is not your work. So when you are drafting this contract with your host family, let them write down exactly what duties you are going to do. Don't just assume when they tell you, of course, when you come, you are not going to wash your car, your work is just going to be the babies, you know. If it is that what they have told you and you've come to an agreement, make sure that it's written on that agreement, and later on you are going to sign. And in case they go against what they agreed, you have the right to report them to the authorities. Another thing which consists in this contract is your allowance. Remember, you are not supposed to be paid salary, but again, you cannot help by taking care of the children and you are not being compensated. So, in this contract, you're supposed to discuss what amount you are going to be paid in every month. According to the Netherlands au pair contract, you're supposed to be paid between €300 and €340 per month. You're not supposed to take less than that, but of course, you can take more if you are offered. But remember, don't take more and then you do duties which you are not supposed to do. Another thing which is stated in this contract is your accommodation. The Aussie family, they are supposed to give you appropriate accommodation, which is a good room, which is fully furnished. By fully furnished, I mean that they are supposed to have a clean bed for you, nice mattress for you, clean beddings for you, and the room is supposed to be in such a way that it is fit for a human being to sleep or to stay there. Don't be taken to a shady room. Probably their dogs or their pets, they stay there, or it is like a store. No, your house, your accommodation is supposed to be fit for a human being. They might opt to give you a room plus a toilet or bathroom. Other also, they don't care if you share the toilet and the bathroom with them. And again, for example, here in the Netherlands, you find that in winter season it's very cold and it is very important to be given a room which has heating system. Otherwise, if you are given a room and then there is no heating system and winter comes, you are going to freeze and that is not going to be good for you. So make sure that in that contract, they are going to tell you exactly what kind of a room they are going to give you, and you have to ask them in advance before you sign the contract if the room, for example, it is fully furnished and it has a heating system. That is very important. Another thing which is illustrated in this contract is your working hours. How many hours are you going to be working? You know, you have to be careful that you are not going to be working 12 hours in a day. According to the Netherlands au pair contract, you're supposed to work 30 hours in a week, which comes like 8 hours in a day and only 5 days in a week. You are entitled to be given 2 off duties every week. It doesn't have to be like Saturday and Sunday. It can be like on a Monday and a Friday. At least once in a month, they are supposed to give you like Saturday and a Sunday, a weekend off. That is your right. So make sure that when you are talking with your host, drafting this contract, you are going to tell them that like you would want once in a month at least to get 1 free weekend. I hope you understand that point well. Another thing which it's illustrated in this contract is your holiday. Are you supposed to have holidays? Yes. You are allowed to have 2 weeks holiday in a full month. Let's say, for example, it is summer season and your host family would want to travel, like to go to another country for like 2 weeks for holiday, and they would want to go with you. In that case, if they want to travel with you, they are going to pay for you full ticket if you are flying. And once you are there, they are going to take care of the food, accommodation, and everything. And once you are there, because it is your 2 weeks holiday, you are not supposed to do your normal work. But if you wish to assist them, it's okay. But let them not instruct you to do your normal work. Remember, it is your right to have the 2 weeks holiday. And once you travel with them and they are the ones who asked you to go with them, that means you are also on holiday and you are supposed to relax, but not on duty. But in case they are traveling and they don't want to travel and they are going to leave you in the house, you are entitled to have food as usual. They are not supposed to tell you, because you are not going for holiday, we are not going to let you have food, or you are supposed to pay for yourself. That is your right to have food. And again, let's say you are planning to go for your holiday like in April, and you have agreed with them, but they want to go like September or October. Once they leave you in the house, you can do just the normal light duties because you are not on holiday. And when they come back, you can now leave and go for your holiday. So I hope that point, it is well illustrated. You get a host family, you go to their country, they want to go for holiday, they pay for you, you go with them. And when you are there, you work as usual. That is not holiday. That is like you've worked double. You've gone for your holiday and at the same time you are working. So you have to be very, very careful. And that is why it's always very important to read well the points. And before you reach the point to sign, you make sure that you have understood every point. Another important point which is in this contract is insurance. Here in the Netherlands, everyone is supposed to have basic insurance. And you as an au pair, you've come to the Netherlands, you are also supposed to have basic insurance. The question is, who is going to pay for you this basic insurance? Insurance here, that is health insurance here in the Netherlands, is very expensive. For example, just basic insurance, you're supposed to pay every month 150 euro. And let's say you are earning 340 euros per month, and then you take away 150. You are going to be left with around 200 euro. That might not be enough. So the question is, who pays for you the health insurance? It is you supposed to pay for yourself. But again, here in the Netherlands, because you are earning very little money, the government is supposed to pay for you a certain percent. I think probably around 70% of the 150. And let your host, because you are new in the Netherlands, let your host show you exactly how to apply for that percentage from the government. So let's say you are supposed to save to pay for your insurance 150 euros per month, and then the government pays for you around 70%. Then at the end of it, you will pay around 40 euros per month. So be informed that once you arrive in the Netherlands, you must have a basic health insurance as everyone else here in the Netherlands. Another point which is very important in that contract, it's about learning the country language. For example, you've come to the Netherlands, you are supposed to be taken to school to learn basic Dutch language, and also you're supposed to be taken to the museum, to some activities, and it is your host family who is supposed to do all these things. Remember, it is about cultural exchange. And cultural exchange, one is by learning the language, and again also knowing the history of the country, and by visiting like the museum and some art activities doing. It's part of the package, and it is the responsibility of the host to take you all these places. So I hope you've understood when you are going to draft that contract with your host family, what are the major points you are supposed to be keen. Don't forget about your duties. It's very important. You don't come here, you don't go to that country, and then you are given some duties which you are not supposed to be doing. Make sure that you also talk about the allowance you are going to be paid. It is very important because you don't want to be paid less money. Also, make sure that you are going to talk about the accommodation. You make sure that the room they are going to give you, it is fully furnished. Otherwise, you are going to go to a new country and you are given a room, there is no bed, and you're going to sleep on the mattress on the ground. So it's very important to talk about accommodation because it's a crucial point.